Welcome back to Totally Based. I'm Joey Gaskin. I just want to apologize for not posting last week. I know I had a Kanye moment, but I'm officially back, and today I would like to announce my 2024 pick for presidential nominee, which you probably know now by the title of the video. But how did I get to that decision and why? All of that and more coming up next on Totally Based. All right, so I'm just going to cut to the chase. As of late, we've seen GOP candidates scrambling to win over voters in Iowa as they finally caucus today. And of course, just before that, we see Donald Trump launch his first attack against fellow America First candidate Vivek Ramaswamy, posting this to Truth Social. Vivek started his campaign as a great supporter, the best president in generations, etc. Unfortunately, now all he does is disguise his support in the form of deceitful campaign tricks. Very sly. But a vote for Vivek is a vote for the other side. Don't get duped by this. Vote for Trump. Don't waste your vote. Vivek is not MAGA. The Biden indictments against his political opponent will never be allowed in this country. They are already beginning to fall. MAGA. And just like that, the cult was activated. You see, Dilly 300 and Matt Kim and all of their minions going after Benny Johnson for poorly articulating a tweet which said that he was on the campaign trail with Vivek. And all of a sudden, now it's, aha, we got you. We got you. We knew you weren't one of us. We knew you weren't really MAGA. As if to say that the America First movement actually belongs to only one man, one orange man, and no one else. The America First movement does not belong to Donald Trump or to one man. It belongs to we the people. And I know you may disagree, but America is losing its voice to Donald Trump. They are censoring him. America First must outgrow one man. You know, we don't just need a Donald Trump. We need an army of Donald Trumps. The pride of America needs multiplication. And a vote for Vivek? I mean, that's a sign that we've multiplied. And personally, I don't think Donald Trump would have even made this statement unless he had to. I think his team must have noticed Vivek was making some gains and thought to themselves, we need to issue a statement. But before I go any further, if you want more content like this, please like this video and ring the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe and follow for more. All right, now that aside, I voted for Donald Trump, both in 2016 and in 2020. I like him. I like that he's a businessman and he gets things done. I like that he's America First and he puts the needs of our country before others. I like that he wanted to protect our borders. I mean, plus we all enjoyed a better economy under Trump. I mean, lower gas prices, an all-time low unemployment rate. I also like the fact that he made an effort to connect with black voters and rolled out initiatives and even a plan for black communities. He was anti-war and he struck up a peace deal with Sudan and Israel. I mean, and who didn't love the fact that he kept the mainstream media in check? I mean, there's no way that you can say that Donald Trump was a bad president. No matter how much they lie about him or try to keep him tied up in court, Donald Trump was a phenomenal president. And for the first time in a long time, we got to actually see what that seat in office can really do. Now, even with all of that said, though, Donald Trump still has to earn my vote. Past wins don't equal present victories. And to be clear, I still have a bone to pick with Donald Trump, even though I like him and what he represents. Where I take issue with him is what happened with COVID. Let's not act like we don't remember the lockdowns or the mask or the increase in censorship online in 2020. Donald Trump for a long time bragged about the success of Operation Warp Speed, which produced the COVID jab, which is so far off from his base. None of his supporters wanted that shot. And when Joe Biden took office, we were told we would lose our jobs unless we took it. So does Donald Trump just get to walk away from that? He wasn't there when they were shutting down your business because you weren't essential, or when they were kicking you out of grocery stores or off of planes and keeping you from seeing your loved ones that were dying in the hospital. Where was Donald Trump? And what was he saying then? Sounds a lot like silence to me. And what about those J6ers who showed up in support for Donald Trump and they've had their entire lives destroyed by our government? That very easily could have been you or me. Will Donald Trump do anything about that? I mean, don't mind me. I'm just asking questions. So that being said, I've had to keep my eyes open when it comes to candidates. Now, I did a video a while back called The Truth About Vivek, where I told all of you that I would not vote for Vivek Ramaswamy. And I must acknowledge that part of being based is being able to admit when you're wrong. And I must say, I was wrong about Vivek. Initially, I pushed back because I thought he was too good to be true. He's so impressive and brilliant and so polished, which made me think that he's crafty and maybe he's a plant. Obama 2.0. I thought that. But my other qualm with him is that he's not a Christian. And I would prefer the leader of the United States to have some belief in Jesus. Although, to be fair, if we look at past candidates that have claimed to be Christian, we'd come up with names like Bill Clinton or Al Gore, Barack Obama. I mean, come on. And so as time went on, I continued to watch Vivek and I listened to the things he had to say. And over time, he continued to impress me. And so I'm going to give you 8 reasons why I'm going to be voting for Vivek Ramaswamy in the upcoming primary election. Number 1, He's really America first. He spoke out against our government sending billions of our tax dollars to Ukraine. He spoke out when all hell broke out loose between Israel and Hamas, and the GOP was pressuring everyone to side with Israel to send them additional aid. He's also been very outspoken about our border and his intentions to fix it. And he believes in the values of our nation and the people who make it. I honestly believe he wants to carry the torch that Donald Trump first lit in Americans who want to see this country be restored. Number 2, he's young and he's got fresh ideas. I appreciate his idea about making young people pass the civics test in order to vote. I mean, he wants to restore national pride, and doing so means educating everyone on the history of this nation. He wants to make Election Day a holiday where we have single day voting and everyone has to have an ID to vote. And he also wants to cut the federal bureaus by 75%, and less government to me is always good. Number 3, he is a workhorse. Vivek Ramaswamy is a workhorse. This guy's work ethic simply goes unmatched. I don't know when he goes to sleep or when he sees his family, but it is so clear to me that he is all in. He came to my town last June. He was only here for like 30 minutes, but even that time, it was enough of a touch point for me to later reconsider my stance. I mean, Candace Owens, she's even said that while he's been in Iowa on the campaign trail, he's been to every county twice. Every county in Iowa twice. That's mad. So yes, he's a hard worker, and if elected, we won't see him on vacay like Sleepy Joe, but if we do, it would be well deserved. Number 4, ESG. Vivek has spoken out about this more than any other candidate out there. Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and even Trump, they do not talk about ESG, ever. Environmental social governance is blackmail, and the companies that are participating in it are acting in prostitution. This is what Elon Musk meant when he told Disney to go F themselves. ESG is the primary reason why Bud Light even put Dylan Mulvaney on a can. It's why your kids' favorite TV shows and movies have all gone woke. It's a cancer to the public sector, and it must be stopped. Number 5, climate change hoax. While most politicians are afraid to go there, Vivek does not dance around this issue. He calls a spade a spade. I've not heard any other candidates address the dangers of the climate change hoax the way that Vivek has. The climate change hoax points to everything, from the eventual carbon tax, to the removal of your gas stoves, to the changes in farming and the food that we'll be allowed to eat. Vivek calls BS on all of it, while everyone else remains silent. Where's Donald Trump on this issue? Number 6, January 6th. Vivek has come out and called January 6th an inside job. Who else is saying that? The Patriots are certainly saying that, but are any of the candidates? I mean, why are they so afraid to actually say the truth? Number 7, the man-made pandemic. Again, Vivek calls it what it is, and he doesn't skirt around things he should say to obfuscate the truth. He actually points out the failures of the media and the lack of accountability with Big Pharma and the need for accountability for what happened worldwide in 2020. And number 8, no BS. Vivek is not afraid to address the media, and we've seen him do that multiple times. And guess what? It does not get old. I want a president that's going to be fierce with the media, that's going to call them on their BS. We saw this on the debate stage with Kristen Welker and his campaign to replace RNC chair Ronna McDaniel. And he's called out other reporters since then too, calling them out on painting false narratives or twisting words or just not doing genuine reporting. So there you have it. 8 reasons why I believe Vivek is telling the truth and why I'll be voting for him and not Donald Trump in the upcoming primary. And while everyone else wants to act like Vivek is not still in the race or on the ballot, Ben Shapiro, Vivek is still very much the wild card that we need. Did you like that video? Well, if you did, you can always find more like it here. And as always, stay tuned for more on news and culture here on Totally Based.